Hello and welcome to my presentation. My name is TEOH from 22A. Today I'll be talking about cross-cultural interview analysis. Regarding this assignment, I have managed to have an interview with 5 interviewees and get to know about their cultural differences through Google Forms and WhatsApp written communications. The purpose of this interview is to understand the impact of a person's cultural background can have on their perceptions, behaviors, and interaction with the world. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the key cultural dimensions that I have discovered during the interview with 5 interviewees. The first one is collectivism versus individualism. During the interview, Ms. Noor Afika binti Muhammad Ghazali has stated that decision-making in Malay culture is typically a collaborative process that involves consulting with family members and other trusted advisors. Malay value consensus and harmony, so they strive to make decisions that everyone agrees with. This refers that she will refer to her family members for advice before making any decision. Whereas in my culture, I will make decision myself as I believe that we have to learn to make our own decision. However, we are still free to communicate with our family before making our own decisions. The second cultural dimension is short-term versus long-term orientation. 4 out of 5 interviewees have stated that in their culture they would prioritize education in their lifestyle as it could highly benefit them in the future, which leads them to be long-term orientation. Whereas in my culture, it is advised to learn useful skills instead of education as it can benefit in the present and also in the future, which causing me to be a short-term orientation person. The third cultural dimension is power distance. According to the interview, Ms. Goh Shihui stated that in her culture, leaders will always consult with their team members before making decisions. Whereas in my culture, leader will still discuss with team members, but the leaders will be the one to make the final decision. Next is masculinity and versus femininity. From the interview, Ms. Noor Afika binti Muhammad Ghazali stated that in her culture, she has more flexible and fluid perception of time and should have a balance between work and personal life. In my masculinity culture, however, we tend to be more competitive towards others and always want to strive to be more successful than others. Last but not least is the uncertainty avoidance. Based on the interview, all 5 interviewees have shown to be low uncertainty avoidance as they like to try foods from other culture. While in my culture, we are usually hesitant when trying new food as we are not familiar with the taste or ingredient, which leads us to be suspicious and not having the appetite to eat. Next, we will go into the cultural insight that can have impact on cross-cultural management which obtained from the interview. First is enhanced understanding of cultural norms. As you can see, having knowledge about cultural norms enables organizations to demonstrate respect and accept diversity, which allow organizations to cultivate an environment that promotes inclusivity. Ensuring that employees from many cultural backgrounds are recognized and appreciated for their distinct viewpoints and contribution. Second insights is leadership and decision making. The comprehension of how hierarchy, power, and decision-making function in other cultures can inform leadership styles that demonstrate sensitivity towards cultural complexity. This can potentially empower leaders to modify their strategy in order to enhance effectiveness within different teams. The third insight is work ethics and time management. Certain culture place a high value on complying strict to schedules, whereas others may adopt a more casual mindset. This kind of understanding enables organizations to effectively plan meetings and establish deadlines that are in accordance with the cultural norms of both team members and clients. Next, we will discuss about recommendation or strategies. First and foremost, leaders can have a feedback and evaluation session where leaders may utilize this feedback and implement improvement and modifications as deemed necessary. Next is celebrate cultural diversity. By promoting a cultural diversity within the organization through acknowledgement and celebration of cultural holidays, events, and traditions. This might promote a feeling of belonging and inclusiveness. Lastly, having an open communication can promote a culture that fosters open and sincere communication, where team members are encouraged to engage in open dialogue regarding cultural differences, express inquiries, and actively pursue clarification. Before I end this presentation, I just want to say that I have learned a lot about different cultures having different perspectives, experience, and interactions. Regardless of who they are, we must treat everyone with respect and always be kind and honest towards other people. Thank you for listening.